Good morning and welcome to my David Wilson Out and About YouTube channel. Back out on the Medway today. I've actually been out on it for about 2.5 hours already, as I've been filming the Hampstead Lock to Teston Lock section, downstream section for the Medway Canoe Trails downstream video series. So I thought, well, why not? I've got to paddle back up, so I may as well actually film the paddling back upstream. So this one is Teston Lock to Hampstead Lock. The paddle is about 3 miles. I'm probably literally about a quarter mile into it, in all fairness now, with closing down the other video and just sorting out some kit on the kayak. But it's a lovely paddle all the same, whatever way you go. And obviously by filming it going back upstream, it gives people the option. They can see it, they can say, well, I actually fancy doing that bit, because it is a non-tidal river. It has absolutely very limited flow. It's mainly affected by the wind, and the craft is affected by the wind, so you can literally go up and down here any time of day, not night, any time of day, and you won't be overly affected by current. So yeah, right, so I'm going to get the camera facing the front, and let's see what footage we can get on the way back. Let's go. As I said in the opening comments, I've been on the river for a few hours. I actually put in, that's just basically slang for launch, Hampstead Lock. I was very fortunate this morning that I was going to go from the yachting canoe platform, which is a really strange one, because you have to then paddle about 500 yards to Hampstead Lock, and you have to portage. So literally you cart all your gear, get it onto the canoe platform, and within 500 yards you're carting all your gear around a lock, and it just it's a bit of a wind-up really. So as I was going along towards the yachting canoe platform, and that was quite busy, the parking, I think they've just been there all night, I've spotted this little space by Hampstead Lock, so I quickly doubled back, parked there. So I managed to put in and then come straight onto the Medway navigation, so I was very impressed with that. Anyway, that's another video which I'll link at the top here, and if you want to see the downstream version, click it. After this one though, mind. As you can no doubt see by the footage, it's a blisteringly hot day. I'm well protected today. I've got some factor 50 on. I literally bathed in the stuff this morning, so fingers crossed I'll be sound as a pound after this paddle. No soreness. A lot of trees leaning right over. Probably some of them have been there from the winter, but there was a quite storm yesterday afternoon. Lightning, thunder, torrential rain. It absolutely slashed down for about 20 odd minutes, went away and then came back. So there could be quite a bit of debris in the water from yesterday, as well as the original residue from the winter. Just cruising down, slightly faster than the Swan, just keeping a beady eye on me. Let's go through. We're not going to go through where it says navigation. Fair enough. This is a kayak though. That's for the motor launches. So we'll go through the left-hand arc. I see smashing boat this is to the left here, and look at that one down there, that bruiser directly in front. For some reason it's just coming up in view now. The Rambler's Rest is just to the right there. And you've got private slipway no longer in use. Can't read the other bit because it's underwater. So I wonder what you're supposed to do now. Private Medway Wharf, marine customers only, and that actually used to be the exit. Oh, emergency exit it says. So I'm not sure if you can go in there and use the cafe. Oh, that boat is something else, isn't it? Alright, let's get out of here. Nice house over there with its own kayak on its own platform. Alright, for some, isn't it? Here we go. I'm being slightly assisted by a breeze from behind me. And if anything, it's absolutely wonderful on the back of my neck. I'm feeling hot. And you're considering that I'm just going to down paddle. I'm paddling upstream. I'm getting pushed along by a breeze from behind. Not very fast, but every little bit helps. Especially when it blows up like it just has down on my back. Well, I'm now paddling with both my feet over the sides of the kayak. Not because I'm lazy, because my right knee is absolutely killing me. It's aching so much. In any position I seem to be able to put it in the kayak, so all I do is every so often I just take it up, drop both my legs, obviously that's for balance, over the sides and carry on paddling. It don't look good. It means I can paddle along while alleviating the pain on my knee joints. God, it's fun getting old. Or it was fun getting there. I brought my feet back in now. Otherwise, if I switch the video on facing myself, I look like a platypus with two huge feet in the place of my ears. And although it was alleviating my knee joints, it was making my bum numb, because then all the pressure was going just straight onto my backside. So, you can't win, can you? I must admit, one of the best investments I made, and it was last year, and I bought two of them, was, I don't think it was Flea Bay, I think it was the other one, you know, Amazing. You know, the one that sends a drawing pin out in a box the size of a garage. That one. I bought two cheap. I think they were around about £14 then. They've gone up. I've seen them. They've gone up drastically, like everything has. But memory foam. Well, they're not even memory foam. Seat cushions. And what they are, they're like a honeycomb jello mat inside a cloth mat. And the beauty of it is, it wasn't even for kayaks. When the base turned up, the first one turned up, the bottom of the cloth cover actually has all the little dimples that actually hold it firmly to the bottom of the drop stitch deck. So it's not even sliding around. It's worked out brilliantly. Really good investment for just a few pennies. So I've got another one for the in the big glider. You know, I just leave them in the bags and they're ready to go. So, but it literally gives you double the time. Literally double the time on the kayak before your backside starts to ache and then just goes completely numb. So, you know, and that's a great improvement for about 14 quid. So, yep. Top tip there. Get yourself a little pad. Stick it under your seat. Stick it on top of your seat if you want. I was having fun and games with my cameras a little while ago. Felt like a right dipstick. I got the Insta 360 X3 with me, a 360-degree camera, and I normally bring the 3-meter selfie stick. Heavy bugger when you're in a kayak trying to extend it. Looks like you're fishing with one of the match rods. But I left it in the car. So on the way here, or paddling downstream, I thought, oh, sod it, I'll film the traditional way. I've got my normal camera. You know, this is just a new gizmo anyway. And then I realised when I got the Teston lock that I did have the other selfie stick, which is approximately 150 centimetres long. Not very long for aerial shots or things like that. I thought, oh, I'll get it out and use it. So, cut long story short, because I'm making a meal of it, I fitted it up onto my rig on a ball joint. The camera I'm filming on at the moment, which is my old, you know, trusty Osmo Action, that I don't mind if it goes over the side and gets destroyed, has speech activation. I've got to be careful what I say, else it will switch off. That's one of the words. Anyway, and I was telling it to operate. I can't say the words, else the camera will go weird. And the Insta360 was switching on and off as well. Now I've got a remote control, wireless remote control on my rig for an Insta360, and it was going into record mode, off mode, on mode, and I thought, what the hell? Then I realised, because it's only 140 centimetres away and it's got voice activation, and this is really relatively quiet out here other than bird song, that camera was switching on as well as the other one. So cameras were going on and off, and I was like, oh, I don't need this, I'm out on the water. But so once I finally realised what was going on, I obviously retracted the selfie stick, which is at the front of the kayak now, and switched voice activation on, so that I just operate this one and the other one from the remote control. So if you've got an Insta360 and you're operating a couple of cameras that are voice controlled, and you've got the remote for the 360, make sure you turn voice command off. Oh yeah, beautiful day, isn't it? Eh? Yeah, perfect. There's a few people out on the river today, and it's actually been quite nice. I mean, a couple just went past me on their paddle boards, and the look on their face, you know, just paddling down the river, ambling down the river on their paddle boards. Just absolute picture, absolute de-stress. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh. I think I'll cut this corner. I've got one wide bend. There's no motorcraft coming down. Only one I've seen today is the Environmental Agency vessel. And that was a Teston lock, so they're well upstream back at Allerton now. There is some quite nice shady bits on this section if you're actually getting murdered by the sun and the heat. And they're more noticeable when you sort of hog the bank. It's just sort of overhangs, and you can literally sort of just nip in there. The banks are quite high, so I think the level's high enough you won't ground out. And you can just sort of tie yourself off and have a nice little rest or a bite to eat on the kayak rather than having a disembark. Oh yeah, beautiful out here, isn't it? Beautiful out here today.
We're going rambling.
Oh, yeah?
You filming?
Yeah, nice fry up.
Maybe a nice cider.
Alright, get in there. I'm slowing down now. Getting too hot. Yeah, oh nice. Well, I just got absolutely deluged with midges then. I tried to go into the bank to cool off and literally swarmed me. I'm just feeling so itchy now, especially with suntan cream on. But I have got what's the name? Bug repellent on. I can't remember which one I'm using actually. Might be Smidge. Oh, well, I'm on the channel back to Hampstead Lock now, so I'm going to stop there, have a bit of lunch and see if I fancy coming back out again. It is getting really hot. As I said earlier, I've turned right here, so I forked right in the river to come back to Hampstead Lock. Had I carried on down the Medway navigation, the main route, it would have taken me under a medieval bridge into Yalding to the weir, and that is it. You cannot go any further, so you do, and it gets very shallow down there, so you'd have to turn around, come back, come down this channel and go to the lock, portage, to go up the canalised section the other side, past Yalding canoe platform, and then you can take the bend by the boathouse pub, which I did in the last video. So just bear that in mind. It's a little bit confusing until you sort of get to know, where everything is.